What is up, guys? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I know it's been a minute, but I'm excited to unbox something and give y'all a little, I don't know if it's a teaser. I don't know what I'm gonna do at the end of the video. Honestly, this is kind of, I had a better plan because I was supposed to record this video last week, but this package right here got delayed. And so then I left on a trip. I just got back really technically yesterday morning at midnight, but or I got home until 1 in the morning, but that's besides the point. I'm unboxing this. I'm gonna let y'all know what's happening next, what's the next plans, next year's plans. Kind of, I'm not really sure myself. I have a concept, I have an idea. I feel like God really spoke back to me and was like, yeah, like this is the way, you know. But here it is. What I got, it's the Slate VSX headphones Platinum Edition. I got them on Black Friday. They were like $100 off, and I'm super excited, bro. I'm honestly really excited. I wanted these, I think, since they first came out, but I was like, nah, I'm good, bro. Like, I never really mix my music. Long story short, like I said earlier, I feel like God is really calling me to a time of change, and really that's sonically, like, I think that sonically God is calling me to a change that I think probably a lot of y'all are expecting from me. And others have been praying for this change because I told them to. Or I told them how I had been feeling about things, and it's not that I don't love rap. I actually really do. I've always loved the art of it, but there was a moment when I was making Holy. I don't know how familiar y'all are with my discography, but if you don't know the song Holy, you should go check it out. Me and Marty were discussing what I wanted production-wise, and we're kind of going a little back and forth, and honestly speaking, there was a moment where I was like, I really just want to make a worship song, and I kind of told him like that, but I also kind of told him like that I want to part to rap because I don't really know how to sing. And I don't think that's I don't know how to sing, but it's like sometimes like I don't feel qualified enough to be like, oh hey, like I want to worship God, you know. But the reality is that everyone can worship God. Imported your VSX Platinum software redemption code. It's crazy. I like the blue though, like the blue in it. That's so crazy. Back to my little rant before we finish unboxing this. There was this moment where he produced it, right, and he sent me back, and I heard the ooh 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 ooh. I can hear the angels sing, holy holy is our King. Whoa, and it got me thinking like, we're gonna go to heaven and we're gonna be singing 24/7. And we're meant to be like Jesus, you know, and worship and everything. Why are we doing that now? And I know that some people, they're very legalistic or like very like, I guess, old form of thinking like, oh no, like rap is from the devil and yada yada yada. And I understand both perspectives. Like I can see where some rappers take it too far. Like it's like demonic stuff going on. I also think though that like for me, when I listen to Holy, it gets me in that zone of like, I'm ready to worship God. And as I was sitting down, I think it was last week in church, we had just finished worship. I'm sitting down, I'm in the like 4th row of church, and I'm just like, bruh. Like, I don't know why, but there was this big bruh moment right there where I was just sitting there like, and I had this idea, and this concept of an idea, and I was so excited to execute it the next day, because I thought that these were coming in the next day, and it just felt very on par with what two people who didn't know what I was praying about came up to me, and they told me, hey, I think you should do this kind of music, this kind of style now, and I was like, oh, okay. At first I didn't really like believe them, because I was kind of like, bruh, like, God didn't want me to do that, but after prayer, after like my own prayer, and with them, and then just with words I've heard, preaching, whatever you want to call them, the word was just confirmed, and so stylistic, I think I'm going to start working on a reimagined version of Finding Agathos, and I think y'all know where this is going. So anyways, without saying too much, let's open this. Nice little flap thing going on here. Pull up, do not discard. Before mixing, spend at least 1 hour listening to the reference mixes in the VSX spaces to get accustomed to the software. Always ensure that your cups are positioned correctly so that high frequencies are clear before listening, as this can change how the emulation sounds. Your code to download is on the box sticker. Cool. A piece of foam. A sticker. And the main attraction, brother. I don't even know how to take these out carefully. How the frick? Another piece of foam. Honestly, besides my MacBook, this is probably the most expensive thing I've purchased for my studio, because the monitors were given to me and everything else was like under $100. So that's the biggest upgrade. This is crazy. So this is them. Just they go like this. Hold up. I think I need to extend them a little bit. Just a little bit, not too much. It comes with a bag. I'm trying to figure out where to carefully place them. Crazy. Nice. Comes with a bag and a cable. Obviously, that's all for this first part. I'll probably finish recording this video another day. So, I'll get to your demo. So yeah, we got the VSX Platinum Edition headphones. Basically, just comes with more rooms or whatever. But I was listening to the Mike Dean one right now, and I was like, wait, what? This song bangs. I was listening to like a kind of like a rough demo I had made before I left LA of this feature that I did for I'm So Too Mellow for a friend, and I was listening to the demo. I was like, bro, what's that sound? Because I was listening on these headphones, and I was like, this is normally like my demos don't normally sound like that, and I had just listened on my regular headphones, and I was like, bro, why is it geeking out on these? And I was like, is it the room? Like, what is it? And so basically, I have a mixing template that I kind of had someone help me make it, and then I kind of made my own little tweaks to it, and my computer just turned off. And so I put it in there, and I think it was the beat or something. It was just making it distort too much when I listened to it on these headphones in just a random thing, right? In a random like rough mix that I made. But in this template, when I put it in there, that noise went away. The little, I don't know what it was. I can't remember what it was. It was like a woo almost, but like not like that. Like it was kind of, it just sounded like it was very distorted. So I came in here, I started playing around with the rooms. So far, I really like Mike Dean Studio. I realized too when I put everything in that I hadn't originally downloaded the platinum version of it. So I just had like the basic level. And I think today, I'm pretty sure today I got an email saying something about how there was new expansions too. Trying to look at my phone actually. I don't know where it is, but long story short, I think there's some new ones. I can't remember what they were called. Let me see if they're in here because I downloaded some. I downloaded the expansions, so I'm like, but there's no more expansions left here, so I'm assuming it's just in here, which is crazy. So I still haven't gone through all of them. Let me listen to all of them, see what I think about this song I'm working on, and I'll export it with, I guess, I don't know if I can export it with a mix of the speakers, or is it like, I don't think you can export that. I think it's just like you can just hear it in here, which I will say that these have like good like noise cancellations. I can barely hear myself, so I think that's good for like when you need to walk into, because I feel like with these, sometimes I can hear people. Sometimes I can't, so
Devil tried to do a layup, had to spray, and I ain't never been one to play dumb, but if you really got a problem, it don't faze us. Said if you talking down on me, you in my prayers. Greater is he in me than the haters or favors.
But I think my favorite out of everyone is Mike Dean Studio. After that, for some reason, I'm really rocking with the club. I kind of like Mike Dean's car too. Oh, but I like the club with the bass. I feel like it emulates like a clean bass sound. It's not like a rough bass where it's like too overpowering. The cell phone, like the way like it sounds like a cell phone was so accurate, but it's not in my top 3 honestly. Honestly, I couldn't find any that I feel like I would say top 5. So as of right now, I think I have to go with top 3. Mike Dean Studio. Actually, I kind of liked Howie Weinsberg's Master, and then Mike Dean's Car. I think would be my top 3 honestly, or maybe even it's kind of tough. Like I feel like the club one was good, but only if you really want to listen to that bass. I want to say I tried listening to like some of these other rooms, like, and the way they were, and it was just like it just sounded so different than Mike Dean Studio. Like to me, that studio for some reason just stood out of all of them. And so yeah, that's really my review, I guess we could say, of it. Would I buy this again? I'm not really sure. I can't really speak on that because I just got this, but I think they're good headphones, like just in general, like to listen to, and it gives you like an idea of how something would sound in different scenarios without having to export it, which to me, I feel like that's probably going to be a huge time saver, and you know what they say, time is money, so yeah. I think for me, as of right now, I'd give it a 8 out of 10. I think that there's a few things like maybe like once I progressively use it, that would make it a 10 out of 10, or it would, you know, lower the rating. But I do think that right now there's some things that I could see it being helpful in the future, and I think that there's some things that I'm kind of like, wait, what? That's all? So that's really my review. Do with that what you want, but make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will keep y'all updated on what's next. That's all for now. Peace out.